Hi Abha, how are you?
Hi, Simran. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also doing good. So really excited to have this podcast and really wanted to have a podcast on product management rules. So finally we are doing this after a long wait. Yeah. So I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
थैंक यू हाय गाइस सो आज की वीडियो में हम लोग बात करेंगे प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट के रूल के बारे में सो या टुडे वी हैव आभा विद अस या सो आभा शुड वी स्टार्ट
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Mira, first question is like you were doing engineering like in the computers and electronics from the LMNIT and you then directly switched to the product management role. So how this change was and was it you decided earlier only and like what was the plan before
Okay.
that?
So it's been a roller coaster ride, to be honest. I started my career with ZS as a business technology analyst, which was kind of I would say I was working as a front end developer there. And while I was working there, I was observing some BAs and project managers, and I realized that I'm kind of interested in the non-technical roles with the pinch of technical or technicality, as I should say, in it. So I switched to a startup. They offered me a role of associate manager, and that was my first time experiencing product management. I frankly was not aware what it is, but I enjoyed it so immensely that I decided that okay, this is the journey that I'm going to be continuing with. And after working for some time with the startup, I switched to Mastercard as a product manager. So yeah, that's how it happened.
So it was not a pre-decided that you wanted to opt for a product management role. You were in the technical side, but after doing the work in the project, you find that you are interested in doing some non-technical things with some uh, technical, technically.
Yeah, definitely. I can say that product management just happened to me. So
Yeah, sounds good. Your journey seems very interesting. Yeah. So next question is like, Abha, what exactly product management role do? So, like I'm not aware of anything. I just simply knows that the- any client requirement come and the product manager decide how to make the business from that requirement or how to कैसे हम लोग वेबसाइट को या साइट को हम लोग कैसे प्रॉपर प्रोडक्ट को हम लोग लॉन्च कर सकते हैं या बना सकते हैं सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली
there are two sides to it. First of all, when you say that the client requirement comes in, and then that is where you build something for them, that generally happens at the service-based companies, right?
ओके
In a product-based company, what usually happen is the product managers have the major role. Now, product manager is also known as a mini CEO of the company. Reason being that they work on every step of the product management throughout the product life cycle, basically starting from the discovery, defining the business problem, to working with different teams, being the UX guys, the business folks, and the engineering team to get that product built. Or uh, if if a product kind of exists already, then an enhancement that we might be working on. So to work with cross-functional teams, and then further to put it out there, that's basically in nutshell is what a product manager does. So the journey starts from answering what do we want to build and why is it important for a business to build this, to getting it done with the help of the developers, and then later on launching it or working on the release. And product managers also do work on regulating the or keeping a track of the adaptation of that particular product, because the journey doesn't just end in building a product. That there's so much more to it. So yep, it's a lot, but
it's a
I
lot
hope
so
that clears out.
even yeah even I'm finding it very interesting that I think major responsibilities is on their product managers like they decide and they do all the things. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely with the collaboration of the entire team, but the product manager comes into the picture when you have to be there on each step of the product life cycle. So yeah, it's kind of an important but a very interesting role.
Yeah. So, Abha, like, what exactly is the preparation strategy that we should follow for product manager role? Is like if we want to do in something in the development, right? We do some practices of the coding stuff, and we prepare for ourselves for that. So, what exactly and what a person should do before entering as a fresher if they have been in their mind that I want to go in product manager role? So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, I would suggest that a person should know what a product manager does, and they should know the boundaries between the other roles, because a lot of time there's so much confusion around product manager and project manager and product owner, and there are like so many things. So,
Hmm.
first of all, to be very sure with what a product manager does is very important. For that, you can definitely refer a lot of resources on internet. Second thing, I would say the extremely logical role. So when I talk about logical, you don't have to be a master of anything. It's like jack of all trades. So basically, you have to know a little bit about tech. You have to know a little bit about user experience, little bit about you should have some business acumen in order to take in everything, from with every team. So when we talk about preparation, I would say that go for logical things. You can like if in terms of interviews, I would say people do focus on case studies a lot. So case
Okay.
studies like root cause analysis and all, and again you can refer YouTube for that. There are ample amount of resources for that. So case studies is very big and one of the most important thing. Second thing that usually people ask during the product management interviews is things like estimates. So these are again some
Okay.
logical on the spot questions that one might want to prepare themselves for. And another thing is that people should know basics about product management at least. Like
Hmm.
uh, if I'm talking about, or the interviewer is talking about success metrics and stuff like that. So I should know what is a daily active user or a monthly active user, and um, other metrics like that, basically. So
Yeah.
they should be aware about such terms. This is the basic that is expected out of a person who is interviewing for such role. But
Okay.
again,
So some
emphasizing on case studies, definitely important.
Okay, so some basic terms you should be aware of it, and if you like for a fresher also the roles are there in the product manager, right? Because sometimes people are having that assumption like after doing being in the decision analytics role or business analytics role they will get into jump into, because when you are working as a decision analytics you kind of take a lot of decision related to the business part or the so like there are assumption that those people usually go. And what I think, like if you are in some project, even in the technical part, like as a developer you learn a lot of things about the project, and then you come to know more, having a knowledge about all the how should the product should be, that also helps, right?
Definitely, totally. And that's
Mm.
where I would suggest everyone, if it's an if internal transition is possible, that'll be great. Because you know so much about the product already, right? So
Correct.
that helps a lot.
That help, yeah. Functionality, we should be aware if you are in the technical thing, because that usually will gonna help for a longer term. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, Abha, there is one misconception, like people are following it or like saying it, like, do we need an MBA degree or any other degree? See, I think we don't need an, but people usually go into the, like most of the people goes into the product manager role who is doing an MBA, who is an MBA graduate. So yeah.
So I had this misconception myself, so I definitely agree it's out there. but MBA is definitely not a mandatory thing to get into product management. Just because the term manager is attached to it, a product manager still works with the team. So it's not like a real manager role. So I don't think management studies is required for that. And for a lot of time, I used to not even consider product management for my career. Reason being this only. So don't let it stop you. It's not a mandatory thing for this role for sure.
Correct, correct. Even so, yeah. Please don't think that we have to like we have to do MBA or have to do some course if you want to enter into the product management role. It's just that you need some logical user interface knowledge and some kind of product knowledge, right? Yeah. So, Abha, your story, like journey, seems very interesting. That you have jumped from service-based company to the product-based company, and like 2020 2021 graduate, and I think you have raised like very fastly. So yeah. So, do you want to add something in this role about your journey that inspire the audience?
Uh, like I said in the start, my journey has been a roller coaster. I stumbled upon product management by chance, but I felt like if I would have known about the roles, this distinction from the start itself, probably I would have not spent my first year doing something else, because I definitely love what I'm doing right now. So I would just say that for the freshers, please be aware of all the opportunity, all the roles that exist out there, because being fresher, we are not aware what is a product manager, what is a project manager. And as much as we want to get into an SDE role or something like that, please do explore, because you might be a right or even a better fit somewhere else. So I would just say that be on a lookout of what each
Correct.
and every role means. That will be really helpful from the start. uh, Even when you might start with some other role in an organization, but at least you'll start observing that, okay, this person does that, and that just helps out a lot. So
करेक्ट सो एक्चुअली इंजीनियर्स लोगों के माइंड में रहता है कि सबसे ज़्यादा हम लोगों को डेवलपमेंट में ही जाना है, वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा पैसा है, तो ये तो बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है, वही करना है, दे डोंट नो अबाउट द इंटरेस्ट, एक्चुअली नोबडी नोज व्हाट एक्चुअली दे आर इंटरेस्टिंग इन, लाइक मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि अगर हम लोग किसी कुछ टाइम तक कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, तो अगर इंटरेस्ट आ भी रहा है, नहीं भी आ रहा, आप कर लोगे, करोगे, but yeah, but you should explore many things so that you should get aware on exactly what you love doing, so you get to know after some time, so you
definitely.
get to know very early stage of your career. So good. Yeah. So nice to meet you, Abba. Like, I think it's great to have this video with you. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, it was great talking to you too.
या थैंक यू गाइज। और अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ मेरे चैनल को लाइक करें, शेयर करें एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। और मैं आपका भी लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दूंगी, तो अगर किसी को भी प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट के रोल में जा रहा है, कुछ डिस्कस करना है, तो दे कैन रीच आउट टू यू। आई
For
थिंक
sure,
नो
would love to
प्रॉब्लम।
help.
या थैंक यू।
Thank you.